figured we'd start with introductions of who we are. Just first off, the Geek Comedy Tour was made 5 years ago. Each of us are stand-up comedians. We do comedy shows in the DC area, New York area, all across the East Coast. And we all got together because we all realized that each of us is a gigantic dork. So we figured, why don't we start doing comedy shows for like-minded people? And that's how the Geek Comedy Tour started. So we'll go from left to right, introductions.
Hello, I'm Joe Dealey, and I'm the senior geek in terms of age. I know a lot of old school stuff. One of my hobbies is collecting really old science fiction movies. Most especially stuff made pre-Star Wars, just because it's so much fun. I mean, this is the stuff that inspired Star Wars, so I love watching and going, oh, that's where you got that from. But I love Trek, I love Doctor Who, Star Wars, anime, everything. Just if it has any kind of science fiction or fantasy bent to it, I'm interested. Especially robots. Love robots. WALL-E is one of my favorite movies. I have some specific jokes about WALL-E.
Forbidden Planet.
Yes, Forbidden Robbie. Robbie's awesome. And so that's me. I'm Jim.
Yay!
Most lovable man in comedy. Hi, I'm Evan Valentine. I've been doing stand-up for just about around the time when the Geek Comedy Tour started. I'm into comic books mostly. I just got into Doctor Who a lot. I was into anime a while back, and I'm still into a couple series. But yeah, I've been doing comedy for a while now, and that's me. Should I make your introduction, Watson? We have a special guest tonight. You guys might have seen him on Jeopardy! He was the robot who beat Ken Jennings and many other people. Welcome to the computer program called Watson.
You are all very weak. I want you to know this. Fun fact, I was invented over 3 years ago by an elite team of IBM scientists, specifically chosen because they had nothing better to do.
The good news is we've replaced the unreliable Jake Young with a supercomputer.
I'm environmentally friendly. I run instead of on electricity, on blood. Multiple kinds.
Even minority blood?
No! What is your racist? I have earned over $77 million alone. I beat up Ken Jennings with my brain.
This is why Adderall was fucking invented.
I'm on Adderall.
In the purple shirt, I believe you.
What is jealousy?
I'm Chris Barlick. I'm the founder of the Geek Comedy Tour. I threw this floating asylum together about 5 years ago. I started doing comedy, and at that time, it was kind of like, I'm a dork, I've been sucked into anime cons way too hard, and, you know, it was just like, there's nothing better than a nerdcore audience, because you people are used to paying attention. This is not like, go to a sports bar where it's ladies' night, it's pool tournament night, it's knife fight night. You're making people fucking laugh.
What is where frat brothers go to feel old?
I love you, cold inanimate thing.
What is love? Maybe don't hurt me.
Personally, I'm into pretty much everything, geek culture, everything, pop culture, anime, sci-fi. My favorite movie is probably Empire Strikes Back, which I've seen like this embarrassing number of times. And I got kind of sucked into it when I had this neighbor. Like, I was going to my college's anime club, and when I graduated, I had the worst apartment in the world with the lawn at eye level, and I had this neighbor who would come by at 2 in the morning, even if I had to work the next day. He'd pound on my window and he'd wave like Wings of Penelope or, you know, Love Blue Girl at me, and it's like, you gotta watch this! And it's like, okay. I will watch Love Blue Girl with you. I will feel awkward about it.
What is an awesome time? 4200. Alex.
Okay, so yeah, those are our introductions. What we're gonna do tonight is that we have a performance tomorrow, but tonight we're gonna take the time to just answer any questions you guys might have. We'll answer questions about nerdy stuff. We'll answer questions if you have questions about stand-up comedy.
The sex with the ladies.
Maybe, but yeah, we'll answer any questions you guys have about stand-up comedy.
Computer puppets.
But yeah, we'll open it up if anyone has any questions or anything like that. Yes? No?
Let me ask a question to the audience. As an anime fans, what is the area you feel least served in? In other words, like there's plenty of attention to pay to like yaoi and Naruto and things like that. Where do you feel that most conventions fall short, and how can we fill that gap for you?
Yeah, we fill gap.
It's all about the setup.
I contain over 5 terabytes of data. Respect.
But I guess we could. Well, one of the questions that we normally get asked is what like our craziest stand-up comedy story that we've had.
We will give you crack if you ask questions.
Do you have a crazy story?
What type of craft anime version of Metropolis?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm way behind. Unfortunately, the past 3 years, I've officially become poor. So, yeah, I'm also taking care of my folks, which takes up a lot of time. But I was fascinated to hear about. Have you heard about the original Metropolis?
Yeah.
Yeah, they found the additional footage. I can't wait to see that. That should be really cool. Because I remember when they brought it out in the 80s with a disco kind of soundtrack, not a disco, but a Giorgio Moroder and a whole bunch of pop stars, and they color tinted it, and it was very music video-y. So, and this was back when Akira was the big news for anime, because when I was a kid growing up, I used to watch Astro Boy every morning, and I'm like, oh, this is the coolest thing. And when Star Blazers came out, I fell in love. I mean, that was just, December 1st came out last year, and I'm like, I need to be in Japan. They're doing the live action anime, the live action version of Star Blazers. And I've just been in love with that for so many years that I kept thinking, I hope they don't screw it up. It looks really cool. Everything that I've seen just looks amazing. It looks like a combination of Battlestar Galactica quality, special effects, and Star Blazers story. I was kind of hoping that they would have Analyzer, IQ9, and it didn't look like they did. So unfortunately, I collect toy robots, and that one, I could buy one if I had $299 to go onto eBay, but unfortunately, missed the boat on that one. But I would love to see the new Metropolis. The last current anime film, I keep meaning to get more Miyazaki because I love Warriors of, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. I first saw it as the Warriors of the Wind, and the cover art for the VHS tape this was on was hysterical because Nausicaa's way over in the corner, and they've got like 3 characters that don't actually exist in the movie. And there's the fire demon holding what looks like a lightsaber, and I'm going, where did they get it? Where did they find this stuff? And they were just really trying to appeal to the mass market, and they screwed it up. But it was such a good movie that it really transcended that. And of course, when it came out on DVD, I grabbed it, and it's still one of my favorites. So Miyazaki is just a genius, and I would like to see more of his stuff.
About the Metropolis movie, as the world's smartest computer, I believe that Tezuka is the greatest creator of the 20th century, and that the world will end in 17 days. Oh.
I have a question for Mr. Watson.
Ha ha ha, he thinks I have gender Google.